much fun to be able to completely make over an old item into something new. And so joining us now, we have Jen Wilhelm with livelygrace.com. Thank you so much for coming in. You have a really interesting product here.
I do. I brought with me milk paint. And
I've never heard of this before, and I'm Jen's neighbor. I feel like I should have known what she has going on in the garage.
I was going to say, stop by the garage sometime when those doors are open.
What is milk paint?
So milk paint is a product that's been around for many, many years, and it uses the protein from milk to create paint with other kind of natural products.
And it comes as a powder?
It comes as a powder. So I'm not making milk paint, but so you can order milk paint online and it comes as a powder, and it doesn't look very appealing. It looks really pretty gray.
Is that the blue that
That's
you have right here?
this cool blue.
Did you do anything to create the blue, or just once you add the milk, or water, I guess?
Water. So you mix with warm water. According to kind of the package directions.
So it's just water. You don't add milk to it.
You don't add milk to it. No,
I'm so
the milk
confused
protein
right
is already in the paint.
Like I was going to get a jug of milk.
I was going to say, I'm no paint expert, but I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now.
You
Thank you.
really know a lot more than we do about this.
So with milk paint, it's a little bit tricky. You kind of, if you know exactly what you want with your paint, I want it to look like this and be this color, and I can control the distressing. Don't use milk paint. You have to kind of let go a little bit with milk paint and see what's going to happen.
So what are the advantages? Like, why would you use milk paint?
Because it's going to look like this, or it may look like this. So milk paint, it's a little bit unpredictable, but it gives this flaky look most times or sometimes, depending on what you're painting and what it decides to adhere to.
So you didn't like distress this with sandpaper or something like that to create that?
So what I did is, this is the first layer of paint, just one layer, and I usually do two with milk paint. And you can see it doesn't look all that great.
No.
Yeah, right? So as far as distressing milk paint, sometimes you can even just with your finger or your fingernail. Usually a lot of times when you're talking about distressing, you're using a sanding block and sanding. You can do that with this as well. But my favorite tool with milk paint is like an old paint scraper. This one's a little bit different, but it's got this great edge for kind of creases and crevices.
I think that's called a 5-in-1.
It is a 5-in-1 for a bike tool.
I do know something, not milk paint, but
so you have some skills, is what you're trying to say.
It's going to just kind of chip off where it didn't adhere as well to the surface.
And regular paint doesn't chip off as well?
No, like latex paint is going to peel and roll, peel and roll a little bit. So there are different paints that I like to use, but this is one reason why I like milk paint.
So this is especially good, let's say, if you're taking an old piece of furniture that maybe it's not looking too great and you wanted to spruce it up but still make it look distressed.
I want to spruce it to look older than it was.
Older.
So this is a drawer out of the same piece. Obviously I don't have the piece done, but give me a little time and visit my blog, and then I'll show you what the whole thing looks like. But so that was kind of the before drawer, and this is what it looks like afterwards.
Do you need to sand down the finish first before you put on milk paint? I would think it wouldn't stick very well.
Or like prime it or anything, but
I didn't prime it. Depends on kind of what you're looking for. If you want it to adhere really well, then definitely sand it down. And I did lightly sand this one beforehand, but I didn't get all crazy getting it super smooth because I knew I wanted some chippiness to it. But and again, it's a little unpredictable. So you're not sure exactly what's going to come up with.
What does it run? So if you buy that online and this bag comes, what are you going to get out of that, and what's it cost?
So let's see. I have painted, because I mean we can talk like size of those sorts of things, but I've painted probably 4 or 5 mid-size side tables with this bag so far, and I've got a little bit more
expensive than a regular paint.
Than a regular latex paint. Not too much. I think $20, $25 depending on brand.
But you've gotten a lot out of it.
But I've gotten a fair amount out of it.
And can you just find it in places normally, or do you have to specially order it?
You special order it as far as, I've never seen it here in Pocatello. If somebody's found it here, then let me know. But I've ordered it online.
Okay, so for more information about all of this, they can go to your blog?
They could, yeah. lively-grace.blogspot.com.
Okay, very good.
Thanks, Jen.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.